Okay, I do not want to do this two-stage, but I'm going to do that so that we could go through some two-stage things here. With this vehicle, it's the Buick Encore 2019, pretty dirty all over, but we'll manage. Let me go ahead and get my hands washed for starters. I just got touched some things here and there. I just don't want to be dusty, that's all. Okay. Plotter thing. I could do the hand cut, but just assume that it's just a plotter. You know what? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? I mean, people that, well, I don't know, do two-stagers, are all two-stagers hand cutters? That is a good question. Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe I'm just assuming things. Okay. So definitely what I do want to do is I want to touch the film because of the two-staging. I'm just going to pretend that I don't have a peel board, I don't have any help of this or that I'm a mobile tinter, or I'm, you know, I don't know, tinting at somewhere where they don't have all these other assist peel boards and stuff like that. So we're going to peel it, air peel, well, no, two-stage touching film, but not touching film because I'm going to use gloves. So I don't recommend touching with bald fingers, although 99% of tinters, when they touch film, they touch with bald fingers, which of course, I've always said, water softens up the epidermis, and then when you do this on very sticky film like that, guess what? Your fucking fingerprint is there. And in this particular case, when you have a glove, you don't have that, well, you really don't have that problem because dermis stays behind, not so much the fingerprint, because you can lick it or whatever, but dermis stays behind. I've said it once, I've said it a billion times, and I'm never going to change my stance because I catch myself trying to prove myself wrong, and then I do a two-stage without gloves, and guess what happens? I have a little bullshit here and some little bullshit here when I'm doing this or whatever. So I see him and I don't want to see him. I really don't want to see him. And I'm always, forever experimenting with what actually works on window film over and over and over. Anyway, this is the Stealth IR by Dirty Tools. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color. Let me see. Oh, I haven't even cut it here. And plotter cut, and plotter patterns are Encore by Lumar. Are they pretty good? Well, you're gonna get to see right now. If they're a little bit crooked at the top, I'm not going to shave them or do this. I'm just going to do what Dirty does. I'm going to turn in a great job the way it comes from the plotter. I deem it to be very good because I've done that all the time. Man, taking a lot of minutes just doing this bullshit right here. Driver that I can see. Passenger. Oh man, gloves. I'm missing my nails here. Okay, passenger side. Let's go ahead and do this as fast as possible. See how fast we can install this. Well, for the video, not really for me. I don't want a 30-minute video for you guys. I know you prefer to be doing other things other than be watching dirty videos. Okay. Get yourself a nice lint-free rag. And this is plastic. It's plastic over there. You don't necessarily need to cover it, but I'll cover it so that people don't tell me, hey man, you gotta cover that thing. The customer's gonna get mad, blah, blah, blah. I understand. Yes, you're right. Oh, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff that I need. This right here. I need some liquid. I'm gonna go ahead and put some liquid in here. Give me 1 second. Put that here for a second. I got a concoction of tin slime and spider spit mixed together, purple and orange, make a brown color, which is this one. So I've always told you guys, you know, about 1 ounce per gallon. So same thing here. This dispenses 2 milliliters per pump. So we're gonna go ahead and use 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 times 2 is 8 mils. I think that's enough for, yeah, because it's 32 mils for 1 gallon right here. 4 times 8, 32. All right. Take this thing to town. You're gonna see that it beads like, and I've seen a lot of GM vehicles have the same thing. It beads like it, you know, there's gonna be no, get my phone out of the way. Like there's gonna be no lubrication moving around and all that, but the only thing I gotta tell you, some little mysterious thing about this little, the spider spit, is that that product has some type of suspension material, meaning like when you wet the film properly, it has something that'll make it not leave. So it'll make the it'll make a good separation, kind of like syrup. You know, if you pour it on pancakes, it won't like leave. You'll have a nice gap on top of your pancakes. Reminds me of that. I'm sorry that is the only analogy that I could remember, but kind of like syrup, right? Even if most of it falls off, it's still going to leave a layer on top, and that's kind of what this spider spit does. That's why I'm using it. Half of that and half of the orange tin slime, which is the called an ultra, and that allows on these windows that are hydrophobic, for me, not for anybody else, but for me, to make my film be suspended in the air, allowing me to position my film where I need to. Because if it's going to be hydrophobic and you're using some other type of soap and whatever, and I know you're going to load up and all that, it might make that thing, that blanket in between your film and your glass, it might make it, it might not. So a long time ago, installing PPF, I did notice that suspension liquid, and I said, fuck man, why don't I use it on window film on all these hydrophobic glasses? So you know me, I've been always experimenting with one thing or another. So there's an experiment just like anything else. Well, for me, I've been doing it already several years, the same shit. And I normally don't like to recommend these things to guys like, hey man, use it, because it's the juice is expensive, but not so much that, but the thing is that if they don't do it right, or they're in a you know, not a climate controlled area and whatever, they're going to be lacking some movement or something on the film and all that kind of stuff. So if they want to use dish soap or this, that, it's cool. It's very good, because those are things that really get your film slipping and sliding and moving up. Anyway, I won't change that. Okay, where can I put this guy? I'm going to put him here momentarily. Okay. So I only need a little bit of this, because I couldn't reach the bottom, but this guy can. I couldn't reach the corner, but this guy can. And let's go ahead and see what those Encore patterns are all about. Whatever you see me doing here is pretty much preparation and installs I do all the time. The reason I did that is so that whatever is there can already start walking on down, and that's about it, man. Now I'm just going to use a small squeegee, and I'm going to use this kind of deal. There you go. I'm just kind of like getting a little bit liquid down there so it can slide. And that's it, man. The bottom here, I'm just going to do this to where I couldn't touch so much. This. And about that. And I have my pattern here. And this is Stealth IR by Dirty Tools. It is the most expensive film that I have in sale. Let me go ahead and wash this, because if I touch it, I don't want to contaminate my film. Okay, there it is. Always make sure that your film is totally covered with some liquid so you can do the maneuver. Okay, don't ever start at the bottom, do this deal, push the film to where you feel he's covering, and then go ahead and walk him up slowly. Observe what's going on, and there it is. For all the people that say that the patterns suck and they're horrible and whatever, I don't think I can make a better hand cut pattern than this. This is fucking beyond perfect. Awesome. Love it. So there it is, Encore by Lumar. And that's the reason I pay what I pay for it, about, I don't know, $275 or whatever they're charging monthly. Oh, it's a lot dirty. Try hand cutting. And you tell me later on, when you have 10, 12 vehicles and you have an assistant plotting and maybe cleaning or removing panels or removing seal or something, and once you get in that zone, man, you're gonna see that the efficiencies are fucking mind-blowing. And that's it. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm not gonna convince you to do otherwise. You're gonna do what you're gonna do, and I'll do what I gotta do. Tutorial here on installing. Okay, so on the side is always my deal when I two-stage. Always my fucking fucks me up as far as cleanliness, because it's not that I don't clean it, it's just that shit goes from here and then goes there. It's just gravity. So we'll try our best to see what it is we can do to control all that BS from the side. I'll do it right here in front of you, in front of the tube. I'm gonna cut whatever crud, cut it down. Cut it down. Cut it down, cut it down. One of the things that I'll do, definitely, even if I don't have to, and I highly, highly recommend it. Whoever it is, whatever you're doing, snap this, snap shrink it. Snap means that even if it doesn't need a whole lot of this or that, do something to the window as far as shrinking it, because if you two-stage it and it has curve and gets fingers, you know what's gonna happen. Has curve and gets fingers and it's about a 1/4 inch below the gasket, you know what's gonna happen. Contamination that you won't be able to correct. That's what's gonna happen. So this one might not be too bad, but like I said, I'm gonna do just a minor little snap. Minor snap, doesn't involve too much. There it is. Pick up the film and do just very shrink. Everything that I do is by experience, meaning that you're gonna have to practice this on your own. And I don't want you to fuck up film, but it might happen. Let me see. How did I cut this? Yeah, I cut them properly. I want to see if I cut them backwards or whatever. I did not. So there's a small little thing that I did. And I think that's enough. No more? And then let's install our window. Two-stage, touching film without touching film. We're going to touch with gloves, so no dermis will be left behind. That's pretty good. That's what we want. If you guys got a bucket on the side and dip your fingers and all that, that is very good also. But I think that ultimately, whatever really works for you, that you can really know for a fact that is coming out clean. Because if it's not coming out clean and customers are complaining of this thing or that thing, then I'm showing you how it is to correct minor little problems that haunt us on a daily basis on the installation, okay? Para los chavos de Latinoamérica, tocar el polarizado, pero no tocar el polarizado, porque siempre dejamos cueros de los dedos, los dejamos en el polarizado porque el polarizado está pegastioso, ¿no? Entonces se va a pegar en lo pegastioso del polarizado y va a arruinar un poco la instalación. Ok, bueno, eso ya está ahí. Do all this little thing down slowly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this a little bit higher. About yay. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our thing that I told you. There is our liquid, enough so that it could make my film hopefully float. Okay. The top seems pretty fair as far as a normal good gap. So we're going to go ahead and work with that. Aquí delgadito por un ladito. Tocar el agua de aquí arriba que ya no se baje. Okay. Para arriba. Ok, ¿cómo está sucediendo? ¿Qué está pasando aquí arriba? Vamos a revisar aquí. Por lo pronto, miran, no hay problema de contaminación del guante. Aquí está un poquito seco, aire. Ok, ya lo saqué con esta cosa. Okay. Y aquí donde tocamos, nomás tiene un poquito de agua, pero ya está. No hay nada de contaminación de problema. No hay contaminación de problema donde tocamos. Vamos a seguir. Let's continue to the top. I'm going to roll all the way up. There it is. Aquí en los lados hay que tratar de no estresar mucho el asunto. Aquí abajo donde subió, vamos a here at the bottom where we, you know, the thing came up. It is touching the gasket, so shit probably came up. So I don't want to flush it because some sand particles are so fucking stubborn that they'll stay stuck there on the glass. So I'm gonna physically squeegee it like this on the bottom, and I always do that with a card or something. There it is. Oof, sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of water down. Water down. Let's go ahead and do this here. And this guy is really in there, like as far as like that, he's bastantito para adentro, está sobradito el patrón. So, and then this guy right here, there you go. So we got, I'm gonna take off my gloves so I can maneuver a little bit better, because it's easier for me to do that. There you go. Get your favorite tool to open this up and go ahead and walk it on down like this. Same thing here. Can I have a lot more juice? I surely can have a lot more juice. Do I need it? Not right now. As you can see, I'm managing everything pretty well. Right here, we're gonna do this last thing right here. Might need a little bit of juice there. Hold on. I don't want to touch my fucking film. Fuck. All right. Two staging really blows the picker. Anyway, so we got it there. Not too much BS, just a little bit. So we don't have to remove everything on the side, and then we can show pals that, you know, if you run into some minor dilemma, how to overcome it. The only way to do that is to do videos and installs, and that's what I'm doing now. Okay, so all this stuff right here is done, and that stuff is going to get done. First and foremost, we're going to do this here, that way, that way, that way. And that's it. Everything else, we're going to go to manage with our all-in-one all the time. Always do that. Always do our thing with the all-in-one. Okay. Okay, let's check it out. So, duramos algo de tiempo aquí con la two-stage. Y vamos a revisar aquí si hay algo de contaminación o problemas o algo. Depolarizado, Computer Cut Core A. Aquí excelente, muy bonito el patrón, todo hasta abajo. Okay. Aquí en el two-stage, si esperamos ver mierda y cosas aquí, no hay nada de mierda, ni líneas, ni nada. Bien poquitito una quebradita, pero lo voy a manejar con el chiseler. Aquí también esto es por fuera, ya lo quitamos. Estoy tratando de ver problemillas, no hay casi no, una quebradura pequeña aquí. There's a small little crease here for managing the film that goes in here and goes a lot in here. It happens, but two-stage, which I totally don't like. This stuff right here, we can pop it back and remove the sweep, but a lot of people don't like to do that, so hence I'm doing a two-stage. I don't know if you call it good difficulty or not difficulty. I'm fucking sure there's a lot of people that can't do this type, you know, two-staging not successfully like that, because it takes a lot of years of practice. And so here it is. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna do that out of camera a little bit faster. Customers, you know, in the front waiting for this. Just wanted to show you a two-stage successful Stealth IR by Dirty Tools. That's 35%, has 92% infrared heat block, which is awesome. All right, have an awesome day. GoPro, stop recording.